Hello, welcome back to not welcome back, welcome to the first ever video of Talks with Cessna. Yay! It's her rebranding season, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Oh my god, you have no idea. Yeah, we are rebranding from, I know the name of the YouTube channel to Talks with Cessna, because guess what? Guess who found a niche? Yay! So the whole reason as to why I've been so inconsistent on YouTube is because I did not, no, sikuwa nimepata a niche that I felt as if was my place, or the thing that I'm going to be talking about or doing here on YouTube. And thank God he shone the light, and now I feel so much comfortable with the space I'm in right now, and yeah, I just felt we changed the name, and yeah, we just soak in mental health and just talk about it and get to talk about walks of life, how to navigate this and that. Yeah, and now we get to do this. So happy new year. Happy new year. I know I'm late, but hello. February inaanza tu. Anyway, yeah, let's do this. I put up a poll on my Instagram sometime last week, and I was asking people how they felt about social anxiety, and most of the people responded to I do very much. I forgot to take a screenshot and put it here, how the experienced YouTube guys do. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, and most of the posts said they do very much. And the reason as to why I put up that poll is because this YouTube video was going to be is about social anxiety, and the reason as to why I felt the need to talk about social anxiety is because it's something I experienced, or still am experiencing, but though not as intense as it was. Started in 2021, and I know most of the people who know me as a very extroverted person. Heavy on the very, but in 2021 I started developing social anxiety, and I didn't want to go out to meet people. I dreaded places of social places. I really dreaded those places because and I think the social anxiety, the whole reason as to why I developed social anxiety was because it was triggered. So I'm getting to that part, and that is just one of the reasons as to why we sometimes have social anxiety. It is triggered by something. I don't really believe that social anxiety just, it's just like depression. Something triggers depression, something triggers OCD, so yeah, it was triggered by something, and that something, I think, went really heavy on my heart. So the story was in 2021, is it in 20, I can't really remember, but yeah, I think I have a really bad memory. After church, we usually have conversations with my friends. Like, we just stay after church and just get to catch up. So really, I can't say they were my friends, because at that particular time we were getting to know each other. And I remember we were having conversations, and just a lot of random conversations we were having. And in everything that these guys were talking about, I literally had nothing to contribute. And given the fact that they were moving from one conversation to another, like, just, you spiral into conversations, nini. And Jesus, I had nothing to say. So here's what I realized. Have you ever interacted with people who went to their IGCSE mode of schooling? These guys know a lot of things. These guys would make you feel as if you're doing nothing in your life. By the way, salute to IGCSE, because you'd meet kids who are 10, 11, 14. These kids think like adults. My friend 844, me wakati nilikuwa 14 years old. Please, life. I started thinking about life when I was in high school. Please. So yeah, I feel like those were the type of schools they went to. I'm not judging. Okay, Nisha judge. But yes. So yeah, in those conversations, it made me feel inferior, as if I know nothing. ni kama sijui anything, and it really put me down, by the way. I remember the entire time I was quiet. To talk about, I was so quiet because I was in my head. I was in my head asking myself, Kai, what are you doing? People are talking about things you have no idea. Mind you, these were important things. A moment of silence for the Cessna of that particular time. I feel so bad for her. But anyway, yeah, that's what triggered my social anxiety, and I think from then on, yeah, it's been something, because I used to feel that every time I'd go to a social place, people would talk about things I have no idea about. So it made me start reading. I started just reading random things, whatever, subscribe to random channels for random information. So that I be in the know and get to, you know, have information about so many things, so that when I go out. But you know, the thing is, learning is a continuous process. Learning is a continuous process, and it's not something that we can acquire in a week, in a month. It's an everyday activity. You get to learn every single day. And one thing that helped me cope, one thing that made me realize that I was just so much in my head, is the fact that, yeah, the learning, we get to learn every single day, and a person knows something that you don't know, by the way. Every person knows something that you have no idea about, and it's a learning process. When you get to stay with people, when you get to interact with people, you get to learn new things every single time. So you can imagine, if I wasn't in that space, I wouldn't have known about all those things that these guys were talking about. Probably even go research on them later on, so that I can have more knowledge on the topics that they were discussing, and to even get myself to be familiar with all those topics that they were talking about. So so I used to avoid places with people. I used to avoid places where it required me to talk. So, and I think one thing that I realized through this journey of me having social anxiety is that it's always triggered. Even for the introverts, it's always triggered, because sometimes you feel like, I'm going to make it awkward. Probably you made it awkward somewhere else, so you're like, I'm going to make it awkward. And then you see how other people are so, like, they just enter a place and they fit in, and you feel like, no, I can't reach that, I can't beat that, you know. So it's triggered. It's definitely triggered. And if you continue entertaining that thought, because I entertained my thought for quite a while, and I felt I used to soak in that I am inferior, you know. I used to soak in that. So I think that also escalated my social anxiety, and until the time that I decided to just, you know, be and take it positively, in a way that when you go to places and you get to learn that people know things that you do not. To me, I started looking at it in a way that it's a learning area, because, you know, there's so much information out here in this world that I don't think we can grasp anything at a go. So yeah, I decided to take it positively, and when I find such places, I'm actually intrigued, and I want to know more. So the way in which I cannot look as if I don't know things is by asking questions, because you ask for details that you feel you aren't you haven't gotten it, or just asking questions and being interested, like genuinely interested, not the fake interested. Because I mean, if there's a topic you don't like and you don't like, just leave it. And if it's a topic that you feel you want to know more about, then yeah, every day is a learning process, and people know things that you do not, or you have no idea about. So yeah. And for also, I feel like for the people who usually feel as if they have someone told me it's called social awkwardness. You go to a place and you're like, oh my god, I'm going to be so awkward. It's okay. It's okay to be awkward. It's okay to feel like that, because imagine in that, now you get to learn how you're going to do it the next time. And the moment you start doing it, the moment you start doing it and you start training your brain to like, it's okay to just be awkward, and it's okay because in those moments people actually remember you. Because a normal conversation, like someone approaching me and being like, oh hi, and then I'm going to look at him and be like, okay, you wanted something to say, and then you continue the conversation with something funny, it's going to stick in my head because I'll be like, that guy was awkward, but it ended up being a really nice conversation. And yeah, I think that really helps in social anxiety. So yeah, and I realized that going out more and just being with people also helps in toning down your social anxiety. Like when you go, you sit with people most of the time. I'm not saying 100% of the time you be with people, but frequently just go out, go see people, go see new places, go see new things. It helps with reducing your social anxiety. This is just one of those one of the tips that I feel helped or is working out for me, because I can't say that my social anxiety has gone down. No, I can't say that it's gone away completely, but it definitely has gone down. It's not as intense as it was in 2021. And yeah, 2022 I was working through it. Yeah, I used to try and go out there, miss the most important events. I mean, especially church events. I don't know why. But yeah, I think I was closed off in making new friends or meeting new people or just feeling that inferior. But yeah, 2023, it's not as much. I'd say Jan is working out quite well for me because yeah, I'm not in that space that I was in 2021. I can say it's very much helpful. And it's because of not entertaining the thought that I am inferior and just doing it anyway, in as much as it's going to be awkward, in as much as how people are going to look at it, it doesn't matter, because I know I'm building something that I want to be better at, or I want to get out of, and it's about me, and it's not about what other people think or what they say, because I'm building me, and I know it's going to be of benefit to me. And I think that's just one of or two of the many reasons that I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone, to get out of my social anxiety space. It's not my social anxiety space, the social anxiety space, because it's not mine. Social anxiety is not mine. And yeah, so I hope this video helps you in one way or another. And anyway, one thing that I'd like to tell you is, even in Hebrews, I've forgotten the verse, is it 1:24-25, says something about going outside and meeting people, because that's fading. It encourages us to meet together, and even in that meeting together, you never know. Like a friend of mine who some time back used an Uber to go see a friend and got to talk about God with the Uber driver, and I don't think he would have that chance if he did not go out. So he got to share the word of God with someone, and got to make them even, come to church. So going out there also helps a lot, because it's going to help you in ministry. You're going to have to talk to someone, share the word with someone, and just get to touch a life. So, and social anxiety is kind of a blockage for that path. And I hope and pray that even these tips will help you to just get out of that comfort zone and go out, meet someone. I don't know, could be your next boyfriend or girlfriend who's going to buy you flowers on Valentine's. Anyway, thank you so much for being with me on this video, and praying that it's going to be a better year. And just your support and all. Thank you so much for those who've been encouraging. I don't want to say I'm back, and I don't want to say I'm in consistency, but anyways, see you in my next video, and toodles.